Hello, everyone. Inverum here with GooglePlaycard from the University of the Pacific, here for the West Coast Conference at ESL Collegiate. And I'm very excited, first of all, A, to have you joining me here, and B, because talking to you so far, you seem like somebody who likes to lean into the memes a little bit. What I would say, give me a percentage when you're in playing a game. What percentage of your gameplay is memes, and how much is dead serious?
So doing scrims and things like that, I gotta say, honestly, it's like 80% jokes and fun. But when we're in like deep in the game, I limit it to like 10 to 20% because like if we're losing, you gotta lighten up the mood a little bit. It's like, man, it's gonna be an uphill battle. But we've done worse, and then put in a little joke in here and there. Is like, man, I sure wish we had more control words here. And I look at the jungler. His name is Mike. I'm like, Mike.
You're the support man. You can't be throwing shade at nobody putting control wards to come. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
It's true. It's true. But it's usually we look at a top laner because I think the most control words he bought in a game was 2 or 3. And I remember in game I was like, Tommy, I'm not seeing enough red in your inventory. He's like, come on, man, I'm top lane. No one comes top lane anymore anyway. Yeah.
Look, it sounds like you guys have a pretty dynamic team put together. It sounds like you guys really get along. Obviously, you can't be in person right now, just with
Mhm.
everything going on. How has it been maintaining the relationship with you guys just going and playing remote?
So we still keep in contact. We've been talking a lot, but we just actually finished finals. So a lot of us have been quite busy with that. I know during my finals week, I let the team know. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be Mia for a little bit because uh, uh, yeah, I had like I think it was 2, 3 finals. I had 3 finals within the week, so I couldn't do much of anything. I know my teammates understood because they also had their finals, but then we were all cool with it. We were like, yeah, we'll get back together. We'll play a couple games soon enough after this week is over. So right now we're just sort of cooling down from that and trying to recuperating from getting thrashed by those finals.
Look, man, you're it's collegiate esports. The
Yeah.
school comes first. Finding
Mhm.
that balance is important, but no, academics, putting that forward is definitely the way to go.
I
And
completely agree. Yeah.
I hope your finals went well for sure. But no,
Mhm.
I mean that just goes to show that again, people forget sometimes. They just see you up there on the screen and in our we're in our studio and they see the lights and the broadcast. They forget you guys are students sometimes. How is it for you generally balancing that work life balance, or I guess school life balance in this case?
Sometimes it's really tough because we have scrimmages, but then also some of us have finals. So we're like, okay, we'll fit in what we can, like 1 or 2 games, and that's why when we're practicing, we make sure to like really like when we do VOD reviews and things like that, we try to condense as much information as we can, like ward placements, positioning, especially in the bot lane, because bot lane, we notice in our VOD reviews, we're always getting not really count, but like we get focused more upon, so we have to play against that, and we noticed that. So as a result, we in the few games we played, we're like, okay, we're gonna play safer. We're gonna learn how to play around vision more, play around. Like if we see the jungler top lane, doesn't mean we have to go in bot because the mid laners can always roam, and so we just try to really focus on managing like at least like 2 hours a week during even like exam weeks where like we have to get this down, and then we let our players go and let them do their things like finals, school, studying. It's really tough sometimes because some of us don't have finals around the same time, so some of us like, oh man, I can't wait to practice, but the others like are like, oh, I really can't have this final. It's like it's not even like a final, it's like a super big midterm that's basically a final for some reason, and then we have to let them go for a little bit, and then yeah, it's just tough sometimes, but we really try to utilize our time as best as we can with what little we have sometimes.
For sure. No, I mean, again, it's all about finding that balance. And,
Mhm.
if I have to ask, obviously, you talk about the idea of community being one of these things that's really important right now. For a lot of players, your team in some ways is your community in a lot of these situations. How has it been knowing that you've got these friends, these teammates, you've got league to sort of fall back on when whether it be exams or anything else going on, the kind of times are tough. How is it knowing you've got them sort of to have your back?
It's really nice, because nowadays we're stuck more inside more, so it's really a time to like reconnect and like sort of fall back upon the people, and then as a team, we're still pretty close. We still joke around, we still like check in with each other and things like that. So it's really nice to know that you're not all alone out there. And if you ever like, finals are getting too much, you need like that quick like 40-minute like time to play or clash team or whatever, you still have your team to be there for you and have a great time. And then after said is done, and all is said and done, you just sort of just go back to what you're doing. Focus upon like, man, I have to focus with school, or I really have to like get myself together during these tough times, especially with online classes. Because I know a lot of us, it was sort of tough because people are like, oh, you can look up the answers online for your classes. Like, no, it's not like that because a lot of teammates, they're not freshmen, we're like sophomores, juniors, and we even have a couple seniors. So upper div courses, you can't like seek online help a lot. You really need that in class time or like focus from the professor to really understand the material. And without that, it really like sort of crippled us. So we needed to spend more time on the material, which I think sort of hurt us a lot. But with the team, knowing that we had each other's back, and like, man, if you need to talk, you can talk, or if you need more time to yourself, we're okay with that too. So it's really nice to have that sort of community within the team.
Absolutely. And I know you mentioned the idea that obviously we're all stuck indoors a little more now. Did you guys have a facility on campus where you guys play at all? Or were you always sort of remote in that regard?
We did have a facility. Actually, it wasn't like a designated facility. It was just sort of like it was a room within a sort of cafeteria where we could sort of get permission to use it for extended periods of time. So we did have a place we could play there, but the majority of players had we could always play from a homes or dorms, but preferably if the players who lived on campus or near campus, they would go into that designated room with permission and they would play there, which worked pretty well actually.
I mean, there's something to be said for being able to be physically next to the people
Hmm.
that you're playing with, and it's really cool actually that your school has this facility that you guys can use and is supporting you in that regard.
Hmm.
Obviously, now this is another foray into this whole kind of collegiate League of Legends thing with the West Coast Conference. How cool is it to know that like the West Coast Conference, like the whole conference, is like rooting for you guys and is like helping to make this program succeed?
It's super comforting actually because we had thoughts like, man, the outbreak's here, it's over, it's doomed. But knowing like that we're still doing it, we were like, what the? It's not doomed. It's time. It's our time to shine. So it really like invigorated us. We're like, man, after these finals, we're finally gonna be able to play league with like not with some sort of like goal in mind. Like, man, we're gonna, actually be able to accomplish something. We're gonna like win and we're gonna be proud of winning. So we're really like pumped up about that. But also we were also super happy that we weren't just like sort of abandoned or like the whole conference wasn't just like postponed until further notice, but we're actually doing something and it's happening at such a great time too because we just finished our final, so we get to be super committed to this. So yeah, I was super happy. We all were.
Well, that's awesome to hear. That's fantastic. Glad
Yeah.
that we could all help to put this program on it and really give you guys a sort of a capstone to your season. Really put an exclamation point on it because of course there's the three of you, the teams that are competing.
Hmm.
Of the other two teams that you're facing up against, this will be my final question for you. It's A, which team are you most excited to play? And B, which team? Well, I guess actually no. Wait, which team are you most excited to play and why?
Uh, I keep getting the name wrong. Is I keep calling them Pepper Ridge.
Pepperdine,
Pepperdine, yeah, yeah. We call them Pepperidge Farm. I because
Pepperidge
Pepperdine,
Farms remembers? Yeah.
yeah, we just call them Pepperidge. Like, man, we're gonna smash. I remember we were like, we're gonna destroy these guys, and I think we lost. And we were like, what the? Oh, what the? How did that happen? And then we're like, okay, I think we're looking most at them. We're excited because like every game we played against Pepperdine, we're like, man, from now on we gotta look out for these guys. You guys are freaking crazy, man. Because they pull out things we never even seen before. It's like I think they went Predator Gragas Jungle. It's like, oh, what's that thing gonna do, man? That thing, oh, was that Pepperdine? I'm pretty sure it was. But I
I
remember,
believe you.
yeah. But Pepperdine, like, I don't know, they're just special because every time we play against them, they always bring something interesting to the table. Like, they don't play, like, the same way every time we play them sort of, like, evolving, like, they don't we're usually, "Oh, okay, we can focus this guy," like, we focus mid, but then we can't really do that because he learned, like, from last time, he knows to play safer. Bot lane, we're like, "Okay, we're gonna get camp bot lane again this time," but then we're like, "What the? He's going top against Tommy? What why isn't he here?" So they keep changing. They sort of mix us up a lot, and so we're excited to play against them because they're always like, sort of weird to play against because there's no, like, set strategy. We're like, "Oh, we're gonna do this and that." No, we have to, like, adapt to them, like, changing the play style, so it's, like, a more, dynamic game with them. It's more invigorating to play against them, so that's why I like playing against, Pepper Ridge.
Sure, we'll go with that. No, I'm super stoked for those games as well.
Yeah.
Pepperdine, obviously, coming into this is one of the favorites, and you mentioned the dynamic play, but that
Mhm,
also just means that it creates more opportunities for you guys to show off what you can do, which I know we're really excited to see.
mhm,
We're going to be able to cast those games. We're super stoked. So thank you so much for sitting down and chatting with me. It's really cool to learn more about your team,
mhm.
and best of luck in the matches.
Thank you. Alright, pleasure to be here, and thanks for having me.